Have you ever wondered why, despite working harder, most of us seem to be stuck in the same financial rut? This question, although intimidating, is a common thought that many of us share in the current economy. As we look at 2023, we are compelled to evaluate the state of our economy, a situation that doesn't quite paint a picture of prosperity, but rather a wash of discouraging and figures. An alarming trend, affecting all consumer goods, is gradually becoming evident. The cost of goods, without exception, is ascending with a speed that's concerning. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has released numbers that validate this worrisome trend. The Consumer Price Index for urban dwellers, a vital economic indicator, has seen a shocking rise of 7.8% in the year 2023. This is the largest increase in a 12-month period since the dark days of February 1982. Our everyday essentials, the groceries that we require each week, have witnessed a significant price swell of 7%. The dream of home ownership, a common aspiration among many, seems to be moving further out of reach with a staggering price hike of 20.2%. Each price tag that we encounter seems to be weightier than what it was just a short while ago. The invisible economic monster, inflation, has slowly but steadily been sneaking up on us. Like a phantom pickpocket, it operates out of sight, operating with a quiet persistence. Its effects not immediately obvious, but over time, it erodes the purchasing power of our earnings, leaving us with less and less to spend. This is the reality of our economic situation. Inflation, that subtle economic specter, has been creeping up on us, slowly but surely. It's like a shadowy pickpocket, stealthily chipping away at the value of our hard-earned money. But that's not all. The wealth inequality gap, that massive rift between the haves and the have-nots, appears to be constantly expanding. It is as if a wedge is relentlessly being driven between the wealthy and the impoverished, causing the divide to become increasingly pronounced with the passage of each day. The affluent are bloating their coffers at a staggering pace, amassing riches in quantities so grand that it's hard to fathom for those on the other side of the spectrum. A comprehensive report by the Federal Reserve throws light on this unsettling trend, indicating that in 2023, the uppermost 1% of the populace holds a whopping 31.5% of all wealth. This, a slight but significant increase from 31.2% in 2022. On the flip side, the poor, despite their ceaseless labor and unwavering work ethic, are grappling to make ends meet. Their valiant attempts to scale the socio-economic ladder are met with insurmountable obstacles, seemingly erected by a system which is biased towards the wealthy. The middle class, that once constituted the vibrant heart of our society, is now teetering on the edge of a precipice. They are engaged in a constant, draining battle to maintain their status quo in an economy that is less forgiving with each passing day. These figures extend beyond mere statistical data. They serve as a stark mirror to our society and its economic functioning. They bring to light the mounting struggles of the average individual, who is being slowly but surely suffocated under the weight of rising costs and stagnating incomes. They paint a bleak picture, one where the middle class is dwindling, and the chasm between the rich and the poor continues to broaden. But how did we land in this dire situation? How did we allow this disparity to reach such proportions? The roots of this problem run deep, and the journey to its genesis is far from simple. As we progress, let's delve into the intricate web of factors that have contributed to this economic imbalance. Together, we will unpick the threads of this complex issue and explore the potential ramifications it holds for our collective future. But how did we get here? As we move forward, let's delve deeper into the factors contributing to this economic tide and explore the implications it holds for our future. In 2023, one of the most significant challenges facing the middle class is the skyrocketing cost of education. It's a predicament that has been a growing concern for many families for years. With an insurmountable increase, education seems to have transformed into a high-priced commodity, rather than being a fundamental right. Over the past decades, the cost of obtaining a college degree, a symbol of intellectual growth and a passageway to better opportunities, has shot up at an unprecedented rate, causing alarm and despair amongst those with dreams of higher learning. The statistics are not just alarming, they are downright frightening. A report from National Center for Education Statistics, a highly reputable source, provides a startling insight into this issue. The cost of tuition, an integral part of the educational journey, has nearly quadrupled in the past 30 years. It's a staggering increase that has left many questioning the feasibility of pursuing further education. This rate of escalation is unlike any other in our economy, surpassing inflation and even cost of healthcare. This dramatic upsurge has effectively placed higher education, a key stepping stone to upward mobility, out of reach for many middle-class families. This education crisis is not just a financial issue, but a societal one, threatening to widen the gap between the rich and the poor. The struggle for affordable education is a pressing issue that needs immediate attention and resolution. Next, we have the rising healthcare costs. In the modern era, the healthcare landscape has dramatically changed, painting a grim picture for many. While medical advancements promise better health and longer life, the astronomical costs have become a formidable barrier for many. The year 2023 is dominated by an unprecedented surge in healthcare expenses, outpacing wage growth and inflation, creating an alarming concern across the globe. Notably, the Kaiser Family Foundation has underscored this issue with compelling statistics. Their studies have shockingly revealed that out-of-pocket healthcare expenses have skyrocketed by an astonishing 60% over the past 10 years. This rising trend is a reflection of a deeply concerning reality of our healthcare system, which is becoming increasingly inaccessible to many. This numerical increase is not merely a statistic, but it echoes the silent struggles of countless middle-class families. These ordinary individuals and families find themselves caught in a distressing cycle of managing medical bills that seem to grow larger each day. For some, the situation has escalated to such an extent that they're forced into making the heart-wrenching decision between prioritizing health or financial stability. This has left many middle-class families grappling with medical bills and, in some cases, making the tough choice between health and financial stability. The dream of owning a home, a staple of the middle-class American dream, is becoming ever more elusive. Once a shared aspiration, it has now become a distant fantasy for countless individuals and families nationwide. The year 2023 marks a turning point where the harsh reality is revealed. Homeownership is slipping further away from the grasp of many. Zillow, one of the most credible and renowned real estate databases, has released staggering statistics that testify to this grim reality. This data reflects a sharp and consistent increase in house, which has been a growing concern for potential home buyers. With the median home price in the U.S. escalating, it is becoming a challenging obstacle to many who aspire to buy a home. Rising by a significant 18.5% over the previous year, the median home price has reached an unprecedented high. This spike is mainly due to various factors, such as escalating construction costs, limited housing inventories, and soaring demand for homes. The house prices surge is not only alarming for aspiring homeowners, but also discouraging, making the dream of homeownership a daunting task. This increase has had a ripple effect, altering the landscape of homeownership in the United States. Many have had to settle for alternatives, such as renting, due to the skyrocketing prices. The once American dream has transformed into a seemingly unachievable goal. This makes homeownership an impossible dream for many. The economic realities of 2023 have reshaped the path to homeownership, making it an elusive dream that seems more difficult to achieve with each passing year. In the year 2023, the Bureau of Labor Statistics disclosed a startling figure. Nearly 4.5 million individuals in the U.S. willingly resigned from their employment. This surprising fact was a record-breaking number, the peak since the Bureau initiated the process of gathering this specific information at the turn of millennium, back in 2000. The data not only reflected a significant shift in the job market, but also a change in the mindset of the American workforce. The situation, however, wasn't confined to just the United. A comprehensive study conducted by tech giant Microsoft divulged another intriguing revelation. Over half of the total global workforce, a significant proportion, was contemplating bidding farewell to their current employer within the same year. This statistic implies a universal sentiment cutting across geographical boundaries, a growing global phenomenon of job dissatisfaction or the search for better opportunities. This phenomenon is not restricted to just a couple of countries or regions. It is a pattern that is emerging across the globe. Nations such as Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia are also witnessing this upward trend their workforce, a nearly identical echo of the pattern seen in the United States. This isn't a trend restricted to the US either. Parallel patterns are appearing in Canada, the UK, and Australia, among other nations. The middle class is not merely an economic group, it's the backbone of society. As we venture forth into 2023, we are witnessing the alarming contraction of the middle class, a trend that holds far-reaching consequences for our society. This social stratum, which once embodied the quintessential American dream, now finds itself ensnared in the tumultuous storm of economic instability. The ripples of this transformation are far from negligible, impacting a diverse range of fields including consumer expenditure, political equilibrium, educational accessibility, and home ownership. The middle class, once a robust and thriving representative of the ideal, is now caught in a maelstrom of economic unpredictability. Their decline is not an isolated event, it is a shift that sends shockwaves through every aspect of our lives, from the economy to politics, from the education system to the housing market. The dwindling of their numbers and influence carries implications that extend well beyond it. It is a transformation that affects the very fabric of our society. The latest statistics from 2023 paint a distressing picture. If current trends persist, we may soon find ourselves in a society sharply divided into two categories, the rich and the poor. This division goes beyond mere monetary wealth, speaks to the ability to seize opportunities, to make one's voice heard, to influence and shape the world in which we live. These trends may be discouraging, but understanding them is the first step towards addressing them. The 2023 data provides us with a roadmap, showing us where we are now and where we might be headed. It helps us to see the challenges clearly, and in doing so, it brings us closer to finding solutions. The choices we make now, the actions we take, will ultimately shape the future of the middle class and, by extension, the future of our society. The future may seem uncertain, but understanding these issues backed by 2023 data is the first stride towards finding solutions. Our collective actions today will determine the future of the middle class and, in turn, the future of our society.